For billions of us, using Google search is basically a reflex. But what if that reflex is about to be completely rewired? We're going to break down exactly what Google's new AI mode is, what it means for you, and how it's changing the most familiar website on the entire planet.
And look, that's not an exaggeration. This isn't just a new coat of paint or some minor update. It's a fundamental shift in how we find information. So the real question is, are you ready for what's coming next?
For over 2 decades now, Google has given us that list of blue links, right? It was a directory pointing us towards an answer. Well, now it's becoming the answer engine itself. It's synthesizing information from all those links to give you one direct, comprehensive response.
So what even is AI mode? The easiest way to think about it is as a dedicated, supercharged space right inside Google Search. You can ask it really complex questions just using natural language, and it generates a detailed, sourced answer that becomes the starting point for a whole conversation.
It really just boils down to this simple formula. You've got the raw power of Google's massive index, the conversational smarts of a modern AI, and, this is the super important part, verifiable citations, so you're always in control of the facts.
Okay, so let's clear up the biggest point of confusion right away. You've probably seen those AI summaries popping up at the top of your search results lately. Well, those are called AI overviews. AI mode is something else entirely, a whole different beast. Here's the key difference. An AI overview is just a quick summary, right there on the normal results page. AI mode, though, is a dedicated, conversational space where you can really dig deep, ask follow-up questions, and explore a topic. To put it simply, one is a paragraph, the other is a full-on conversation. So how does it do all that? Well, under the hood, it's using a really smart process called query fanout. Instead of doing one big, clumsy search, it intelligently breaks your complicated question into smaller pieces, finds the best information for each piece, and then stitches it all together into one coherent, sourced response. It's literally like having a whole team of researchers working for you, instantly.
Okay, so that's the theory. Now for the fun part. What can you actually do with this thing? Let's take a look at a few of your new search superpowers.
Let's start with a classic, complex search. You know how it is trying to do this with traditional Google? You end up with like 20 tabs open, blogs, maps, transit sites. It's a whole research project. But with AI mode, you can just ask for it all in one go.
And check out what you get back. Not just one plan, but options. Not just vague ideas, but actual clickable transit links. And you can keep the conversation going. You could follow up and ask it to add some kid-friendly options. Or hey, swap this museum for a park. And it'll remember the context and adjust the entire plan. It's pretty amazing. Here's another one we all do. Product comparisons. Again, this usually means bouncing between review sites, spec sheets, and store pages. With AI mode, you can just state your goal directly. And boom! It pulls the relevant data, summarizes the pros and cons, and, this is the crucial part, it links you directly to the reviews and articles it used. It does all the grunt work for you, so you can just focus on making the decision.
Now for a real superpower, multimodal search. This is where you go beyond just text. Imagine you find a broken part under the sink or some weird cable. Instead of trying to describe it with words, you just take a picture.
In AI mode, using Google Lens technology can identify the object from your photo, tell you exactly what it is, and even give you links to buy a replacement. This turns your phone's camera into a powerful expert identification tool. So, you're probably thinking, okay, this is pretty cool, how do I try it? Well, the good news is Google is making it incredibly easy to get started. You've got 3 simple ways in. You can go straight to the source at google.com/AI. You can do a normal search and then just tap the AI mode button that appears. Or if you're in the Google app, there's a handy little pill right on the home screen. It's designed to be right where you need it. Let's just zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about a new feature. This rollout signals a much, much bigger shift in how we all interact with information online. And the scale of this thing is massive. This isn't some small beta test. AI mode is rolling out to over 200 countries and territories. This is Google's vision for the future of search, delivered to the whole world. This quote really gets to the heart of the change. We are moving away from the old model of type and get links to a whole new paradigm of ask and then verify. It's just a more direct, more intuitive way to find what you're looking for. But that second word, verify, that is everything. An answer without a source is just a claim, right? AI mode is built from the ground up to provide those source links. giving you the power to click through, check the context, and actually trust the information you're getting.
And that really brings us to the final thought. For years, the questions we ask have been kind of limited by the structure of a search box. But when the answer comes first, when you can ask anything in natural language, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities. It really makes you wonder, what will you ask next?